Welcome to my new series called Studio Session Breakdowns, where we'll dive into the guitar work that I've done on different sessions and look at how I go about recording, why I choose some ideas over others, and you'll even be able to see my natural progression from when I first started to now. So my name is Michael Allen, and the goal of my channel is always to help you grow in your musical foundation and endeavors with valuable and practical information that I've gained over my 20 plus years of playing. And as you're watching along, if any of this information in the video you find valuable, make sure to hit the like button so that you can help this video reach others who may be looking for the same kind of information that you were looking for. So the first song that we're going to start off with in this series is from an artist who's a friend of mine. His name is Amos St. John, and the song is called Fresh Wind, and it was released either early this year or late last year. Maybe even last year sometime. I'm not sure. I don't remember the release date, but it is on Spotify. It's everywhere. So please be sure and go and check out the song so you can hear the finished version. So what I think we're going to do is we're just going to start, and I'm going to play it from the intro to the first chorus, the end, and the turnaround. And then we'll stop it down, and then we'll kind of look into some stuff. And yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into it.
Today's the day I gotta get out my own way.
Tell my worries goodbye.
When I'm in the valley, by my side is where you'll stay.
I will live and die.
Even when it's dark, it seems there's no way.
You are my hope, my true friend.
It's time to breathe again.
I feel a fresh wind.
I feel it.
I feel a fresh wind blowing.
It's blowing, it's
I
blowing.
feel a fresh wind.
Oh,
I feel a fresh wind blowing.
it's blowing. No more crying, yes. Wipe away the tears.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start back at the intro. I'm just realizing this as I'm kind of listening back. I don't remember. I don't think I played usually I play acoustic and electric on stuff like this. But I'm thinking back. I don't think I played acoustic on this because I don't see any. It would be here somewhere. But what I did do randomly is, excuse me, I played mandolin, which is like my first time playing mandolin on a recording. My grandfather gave me a mandolin, and I grew up with him playing bluegrass and being kind of in that sphere. I never really like took it on, like learning that style. I appreciate it and I love it. I'm trying to get into playing it more now. I even have a banjo, but yeah, I really have to set some practice routines in place before we get into recording and all that. Excuse me for that. Yes, I'm gonna go grab a cough drop real quick, and then I'll be right back so I'm not coughing the entire time that we're making this video. And we're back. All right, so let's go ahead and break down this intro section. So I'm going to play everything separately now that you know what it's supposed to sound like. You've got the nice, pretty little worship guitar swell kind of thing. Excuse me. And then here, I I'm trying to remember which guitar I played for that. It may be. I don't even know if I have that one here with me. It might be in the shop right now. It was either my TMG like Strat type, but on the back pickup, back meaning the neck pickup, or it was this vintage. Fret King. I'm not sure which one, but it sounds like one of those two because it was so long since I've done this song. But I just felt like that warm sound fit better with the song.
When I'm in the valley by my
Not too bright, so it doesn't stand like pierced too much. I kind of wanted everything to just kind of meld well together. And then obviously you heard the swells, which are, so those swells are actually from a pack that I sell on my website, michaelallen.com. I made like 10 presets, 8 or 10 presets, because I think the Kemper has some underrated effects in it. So if you are interested in that, there's actually a free pack. You can get like 2 sounds for free if you want to go and check that out. And if you like it, buy it, please, and use it up. There's kind of a lot of in that pack, like some cinematic type sounds. I'm real into that kind of thing too. So yeah. Let's see. I threw this in the first verse as well, I believe. Just because it had that country feel. Just real subtle, lush little stuff. I think it's fun to tuck stuff like that in there. Stuff that you may never really hear unless you're really listening for it. And because it always depends on who's mixing, if you're really going to hear it or not. But yeah. And then there's the mandolin part. Like I said, this was my first time recording mandolin, and I think it made the cut. But I always like to, before I send stuff off, and even as I'm recording, I mix as I play, so that I'm kind of hearing a full picture of everything. And I know a lot of the times the guitar parts are kind of up higher than they're really going to be in the mix, but that's because I'm trying to create that image of, at least from my perspective, where things are. Sorry. You can hear there's some kind of like overtones in the mandolin. Yeah. So first time. Let's move along. Let's see. We made it into the verse. Let's go ahead and skip through. We'll start pre-chorus.
I will live and die.
even when it's dark, it seems there's no way.
You are my hope, my true friend.
It's time to breathe again.
I like that little section.
I feel a fresh wind. I feel a fresh wind blowing.
It's blowing.
So let's just do this first pre-chorus real quick. I really like that little line right there. Breathe again.
I will live and die.
Even when it's dark, it seems.
Yeah, I think that just paired really well together right there. And I think that was kind of close to what he was even asking for in that section, which is another big part of, when you're recording, you want to make sure that you're giving them what they ask for. I find there's like, it's a happy medium sometimes on tell me what you want and then also like let me do what I do, like let me be me. It really just depends on the song. If I'm honest, this song is kind of, I'm more used to that style, even though this person's branching out, trying to do a little more, I don't want to say country, but like that folky countryish feel. It's not country, but that folk gospel feel maybe. It's still kind of closer to what I relate to, so it's easier for me to be like, oh, I hear this and I hear this and I hear this. But there's plenty of other stuff and songs that we're gonna get into to where I was like, all right, you gotta tell me what you want. So moving along. We brought back in the tremolo here.
It's blowing, it's blowing. Oh, and it's blowing. No more crying, yes. Wipe away the tears.
All right, one quick thing before we move on. Actually, two quick things. So I think I doubled right here in the pre-chorus. So it's very subtle, but I kind of doubled what the melody was doing right there. It's time to breathe again. Letting the mandolin do what it kind of is naturally inclined to do. Yeah, that, and if you noticed this, there was a bass line here that I wanted to make sure I stayed out of the way for.
No more crying, yes. Wipe away the tears.
Always make sure you're staying out of the way for other people when that's, unless they want you to double it. Don't do it. Everybody's got to have their own little shine. And everybody also, I want to say this before I go too far, everybody's got their own way of doing this. This is just me sharing how I go about it. I'm always, I remember when I was first starting, I was always looking online for people to teach how they go about recording. And that's a big part of why I'm doing this, is because I don't feel like a lot of people like to share for whatever reason. So, you know, they always say, be what you want to see. So that's what this series is really about. I want to bring people along on a journey, taking from what I've done. And it's not to say that it's the best or right or wrong. I don't know. It feels like a lot of stuff is subjective in music and arts. So I'm sure there's always faster ways. I think that's really what it comes down to. But let's go ahead and get into verse 2.
No more crying, yes. Wipe away the tears. He's restoring
A little more busy.
all the years. Moving forward, time to conquer all those fears. Yeah. 'Cause I know he's with me to the end.
Okay, before we get into that, let's break down verse 2 a little bit. We won't spend too long into it. All we brought in was another guitar, this little clean. I like spelling that out. Little, like, simple little stuff, just adding a little more to help the song do this. Let's get into this pre-chorus. So in the pre-chorus, it obviously sounds a little more busy. Again, you got to know the swell stuff is tucked. So I'll be honest, doubling with the mandolin on this section may have been overkill, but one thing I do like to do is I like to give options whenever I send stuff off. So it's like, it may not make the cut. That's perfectly fine, but at least it was there in case they wanted to use it. The producer, whoever is putting this all together, wanted to use it. The lead, I'm trying to think of which guitar I used. And I think when I recorded this, I used my pedal board with the Kemper. I've done stuff with amps and I've done a lot of stuff digital. With this, I think the majority of the work on this was done with my pedal board and my Kemper, and I'll go through a separate video later on where I break down pedals I use and all that stuff, the stuff that all the gear nerds like. Yeah. So I got that going in the right or the left. And all that is this low guitar. Think of it as like just adding I'm not looking for it to stand out necessarily. I'm looking for it to like be with the bass. I'm looking for it to add a little oomph to the bass. That's all that one's really doing. It's louder now, but once it's in the mix, it's not as loud. And then this one's kind of doing the same on a higher register, taking a little liberties of doing a little, little runs here or there. See if I remember what I was thinking here. That one I added just so it felt like it had movement, since everything was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I kind of broke it up to add a little bit of movement into there. And it was another one. It's like like I said, a lot of this stuff gets tucked. So especially, obviously this one's going to get tucked. Key change. That's all that happened there was a key change. Another key change.
Y'all ready? Come on, let's go. Say it.
Okay, before we get to that section, because we're almost through the song, this song was a little different just in general in the way that he went about it. You can see I label it vamp, but there's like so many, like, I don't know, just the way the sections are broken down. It's different, like the way I was raised, and the music that I grew up on had solo sections and all that kind of stuff. And things are different now, and it's not bad, or it's just different.
Ready? Come on, let's go.
Still got the swells. Still got doing what the bass is doing there, if he wants it. It's subjective. Just singing the line. Just a little different variation of movement. I think I just played the melody line. Yep, I just followed whatever the melody was doing with the mandolin, just to have an option. I'm all about options, if you can't tell. I want people to, because I don't know if whenever you're recording or when you're watching this, how you go about it, but I hear different things and stuff that may or may not make the cut sometimes, and that's okay if it doesn't make the cut, but I don't ever want it to be like, oh, I don't want to hear something and not play it, if I really feel it or like it. So breakdown. I mean, there's not a whole lot to it once we get to the vamp. There's small little subtleties that I did on the lead, but there wasn't a whole, And I am not ashamed that I take multiple takes and you see all this. I'm not a one-take wonder as much as I want to be. I think that comes with doing it as much as you can. And I I love doing session work, and I want to do more. And that's actually part also why I'm posting this stuff, is to show that I do it. So, yeah. And don't faze me. I love that ending. But yeah, so the majority of ideas and stuff to me on this song were kind of in the the front half of it. The vamp section out is really just kind of following the natural movement of the song. Yeah, so that's pretty much it on this song. I hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe learned something. I didn't. Sometimes whenever I'm recording like the guitar parts, usually when I use the Kemper especially, if it's going to take me more than, or if I start it like late at night and I'm trying to finish it the next day, I'll write down what amp I'm using. So I don't have all that information as much as I would love to share that kind of stuff with you. But if you guys have any questions, please comment and ask away. I'm an open book. I will answer whatever. Yeah. Why did I do what I did? Even if you think it's wrong, I don't care. That's fine. Tell me. I'm learning as much as everybody else. All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. And thank you guys for watching this. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that when the next video in this series drops, you're the first to be notified. And if you know anybody who's interested in this topic, please be sure to share it with them, because we want to help them grow their musical foundation as well as they go deeper into this topic. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.